Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a WZ-120-1G FT. It's the Tier 8 Chinese premium tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Siegfried Line, and it's under the command of Bunnienuts of OLIMP. Now, I'm not sure if this is the Bunnienuts that's on the Asia server. Different spelling, but it might be her. Anyway, this tank destroyer is basically a derivation of the Type 59. It's actually a very good one because it has a 122mm main gun, capable of 440 alpha, 248mm pen with standard ammo, and with the premium heat rounds, it can do 310mm. Okay, he's in position, ready to go. Well, she's in position, I should say. 9.4 seconds is the standard reload, but Bunnienuts has got 9.15, so she's got an improvement already. She's not using any food or consumable, just the fire extinguisher in there. I'm not sure what her equipment is, but obviously, hopefully, she's got the right things to actually give her extra view range. She's not showing a very long view range at the moment, so probably she might have binoculars. I'm not sure. I haven't heard the click from her binoculars cutting in, so maybe she hasn't got them. A lot of players would actually use a camouflage net, but I've heard none of that either clicking in. And of course, the other thing is that low noise exhaust is probably better than a camo net anyway. Barass gone to the corner. He's having a quick look. Doesn't appear to be anything up there. We could actually move up. I think that was aimed up at the top of the hill. Long range shot. Well out of view range. I think she can move up. Yes, she thinks so too. And we're on the move. Oh, but not very far. And there we do see somebody. It's a Progetto 46. The Baraska's gone in, but hopefully he's pulling back, in which case we might catch ourselves a little Progetto. And she does! She gets a high roll for 466. Good shot. Waiting for that long reload. He takes a look, but he's a bit worried. I think he's got so low on hit points. The Barass thinks he's got an easy kill now. He goes in, gets hit by 190mm round, but he does take out the Progetto. Somebody saw the Barask and got a shot at him. Anyway, what have we got over there? There are a few tanks over in the usual area. An XM57, another XM57. There are Arty in the game. On the enemy team, they've got the M40, M43. On our team, we've got a Lorraine 155-51. Just checking the movements. AMX 50-120. He's a little further back. Oh, they're pushing now. Here they come. Yep, there's definitely some movement from the enemy. A Samur SM. Our Baraska's gone right up to the corner. Now he might spot these guys. So one of the enemies is pushing through. There we go. There's the Grom. And the Grom went down before we could get a shot off. There's a wreck there as well. An XM57 is coming out the city now. There he is. So we might get a shot at him. We're 3 down on the enemy. The XM's gone. We could push forward, actually. In fact, I think we could go right into the enemy rear, and that would give them one hell of a shot. So although they may have the advantage on numbers, I think they've got overconfidence here because they're starting to depart the town. And yes, there is somebody, 2 tanks right up ahead of us, and we've been spotted. And we've just bounced around from the MX 50-100, and again, and one from the Samur taken. Okay, we could fire now. Well, we did get some damage on the Samur. Yes, she's angling to avoid those shots. She has taken a bit of damage, but not much. In actual fact, she's blocked a fair amount. Oh, now she's taking fire from an M48. That's the Ram Panzer. It's a tier 8 game with tier 8 tanks only, but they know where she is, so therefore they are firing in. I think they're more worried of her than she is of them. In fact, you can see some of the bounces that have actually come off the front plate. It's got a very bouncy hull, this one. The angles on the armor are really good if you want to try and deflect shots. Now, I think she could have stayed in the general area of where she was, just knocking down a few other trees to give her cover, but the enemy is starting to push out the town now, so I think this is why she's moved over here. Can't see the smoke. There we are. And she gets a kill. Takes him out. That's her first kill of the game. Probably not the last. There's a Borsig coming in from the field, but he's very badly damaged. And I think our UDAS-03 is going to get him. We just lost the Squall. There's an SU-130 PM nearby as well. We could take him. He's got very little in the way of armor. In fact, we could have knocked those trees down to give ourselves a bit of cover. The numbers have now been equalized. Another good thing about this tank is that it is very low to the ground, which means that even small clumps of bushes like this actually do act as cover. Well, that Borsig was taken out. There's that Rampanzer. That bunker's getting in the way now. Oh, but there's somebody we can hit, the SU-130 PM. And, oh, just missed the chance. She went to auto-aim, which probably would have been better if she stayed off. But she's got the chance to hit him. Oh, there. There. Lovely, she got the kill. Second kill. Go for the Rampanzer. He's obviously wondering what happened to the SU-130 PM. Now, yep, another perfect pen and a high roll. 477. He's taking damage. We could get a kill shot here. Oh, he went behind the bunker. And he's gone. Taken out by our Barask. We're now ahead by, well, 2 tanks. There's an SU-130 PM, an AMX-50-100, the guy who hit us, and the Arty, the M40, M43. I have a feeling that it will be advantageous to us to actually push ahead. And the Barask, is he going to go ahead? I think he's headed straight up, and he could go after the enemy Arty. Meanwhile, the MX-50-100, he's over our side of the battlefield, and the SU-130 PM, he's headed that way. So I think he's going to go after the AMX. Now, what we could do right now is say, oh, there he is. No, it's the SU-130 PM. I'm wrong. There he is. I get things so wrong. Oh, he's auto-aimed on. I'm not sure what happened to that shot. I get things so wrong so often nowadays that you'd think my new name was Jingles. Yes, she got the kill on the SU-130, so that's 3 kills now. Now, I honestly think that Jingles sometimes state things wrong deliberately because he knows exactly what he's talking about. He just does it to encourage people to actually write in or make a comment so that he can then benefit from it. Because, of course, the more comments, the more people are likely to be referred to his channel. So I think it's all deliberate with him. He's faking it that he's unknowledgeable. He actually does know what he's talking about. Okay, just push and come up the rear on the SU-130 PM. The AMX-50-120, I think he's right at the other end now. In fact, I think they've had a look and they're trying to find... They found him! No, you're not in line with it. He's actually just over to where the SU-130 PM was. No, follow the minimap. You're not looking at the minimap enough. And move forward. You won't see the enemy because he's actually below in the dip and he's gone. And that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tank for Bunnienuts of OLIMP in the WZ-120-1G FT. In fact, it's the first second class that she's had, and probably the first time she's had this tank out. She's also got a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of her own vehicle, a master gunner for getting 5 arm penetrating shots in a row, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of her own vehicle. A win 8 from that game, 3,893, which is Super Unicum standard. Now, when it came to the amount of damage, the top scorer was the XM57 on the enemy team, 3,168 hit points of damage to him. Second highest was the Brask on our team, 3,016. And third highest damage, well, that actually goes to the Lorraine 15551, who had 2,559, and that guy got a Confederate. When it comes to, there's Bunnienuts, 2,518 hit points of damage. In actual fact, she is in 4th place overall. But when it came to kills, she was sharing top spot because she got 3 kills, so did the Barask, and so did the XM57 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, well, the Barask was first. He got 1,134. Then we've got Bunnienuts with 962, followed by the Lorraine with 942. Bunnienuts fired only 10 rounds in the entire game, but she got 7 direct hits and 7 penetrations. 2,518 hit points of damage, of which 1,191 were at more than 300 meters. She received 8 hits, but only 3 of those actually penetrated, 5 non-penetrations, and she blocked 1,500 hit points of damage. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 5 enemy vehicles damaged and 3 killed, and 886 hit points of spotting assist on that game. Just missed out on getting a spotter. On a premium count, she actually made 167,033 credits, and that includes 95,000 for mission completion and 3,030 experience points as well. So a pretty good dame, but the problem is that she made a few genuine errors of how she actually handled that one. I think she wasn't looking at her mini-map enough. She would have been able to see that she was so far back, she was very unlikely she was going to see the enemy because they were so far away. And towards the end of that game, she could have actually motored right the way through the town without any fear of being hit, and got close to that AMX-50 100 and done some damage to him. But other than that, she did try to move about a bit to avoid enemy fire. She did angle herself at one point very well, but I think that was unintentional. I think she wasn't trying to angle. I think it was just a case that she was angled at the point that they fired, and the shells just didn't make their way through her angled armor. But other than that, it was reasonable. If she keeps practicing, she will get it better later on. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.